Welcome everyone, Draconis here, back at the Early Days collection to continue my playthrough of DM2. I've grinded quite a bit off screen. I went to 30 victories with each of the level 1 opponents, which has given me quite a bit of a practice for what's to come, and quite a decent chunk of good monsters. I'll be showing them soon enough. I think I'll start with Mako here. Yeah. Some of the standouts include a Flame Swordsman, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, which is actually not a guaranteed drop, it's a random, a rather rare random, so I'm quite happy to have gotten this. I got two Garuzis, only one of them a guaranteed one. Time Wizard is for a certain combination with Komori Dragon, which is already decently strong on his own. But apparently I don't need Baby Dragon specifically to make Thousand Dragon. I did test it. And I have some... Horn Imp is not anything special. I did get my first trap card, House of Adhesive Tape. Destroys a monster with attack equal or to 500. Only if it's in attack though. So it needs to be so it doesn't have much use, but it's cost 0 and it's a good way of thinning my deck. I could just set that one aside as a face down and then that's cool. Yeah, some Battle Guard, there's the other Garuzis. I did have some practice with fusion, so I believe I'm fit for what's to come, even if I'm a bit afraid of level 2 opponents, considering that their average power levels are a bit higher. In fact, they're high enough that I am not confident enough in using these. So let's see what I got at the start. Zombie, Rock, Beast, Pyro, Zombie. Yeah, no, this is not a good start, especially since... One thing I learned is that I don't need to be committal with the attack position. I don't need to attack. I can end the turn staying in attack position. Oh boy, Fire Reaper. Well, fortunately I drew a pretty big guy, so I guess I'll take back the momentum. Unless he has an anti-fiend alignment card. But either way... see, this is gonna be difficult because now since I have weaker monsters... yeah, Hinata Soul isn't gonna be a... this is gonna have to require some fun, isn't it? Oh boy, purum. Yeah, that would have destroyed my Hinata Soul, so that's not good. So perhaps the correct solution is to just keep these monsters in attack to bait out enemy attacks. Meta. Very well. Seems that these duels are gonna take quite a while, aren't they? I wonder if it can fit the whole, let's see, 30 duels in this part. If I don't, I'll just do half and then do another half as a separate episode. Oh, there it is. House of Adhesive Tape. Now I can play a weaker monster and still be relatively safe. 500 is still a very low amount, so he could summon a 550 or a 600 and still get rid of my Pots to Tricks or the Mindless Radiant. That was not a destruction, so to be honest, that's a weird color scheme for eye armor, isn't it? Let's see what happens. Trap was House of Adhesive Tape. Yes, got him. Got him. That's great. Draw 3. That's amazing. Should have kept Mindless Radiant. Shouldn't I? Oh. What I have here is a rock, and I do not have anything that fuses with the rock. Whatever, let's just finish. I have lethal. Let's hit him with the Bean Soldier. Well, that's the first one. Rather tough one. Midnight Fiend is quite a bit stronger and probably could handle his monsters a bit better, but one thing I've come to learn is that themed fusions are not very plentiful, so I'm not gonna bring that guy in. Even if I do need to boost my power level. So let's see. Oh yeah, I do get a mystical elf for a blocker. Well. Okay, so I'm safe for now with fiends. Garuzi is kind of a bit of a dangerous monster to play because of all the aquas. Man, getting double Garuzi's drops doesn't sound as good anymore, does it? Oh, there goes my my red eyes. Yeah, this type effectiveness system is oof, not a good sign. Very well. Queen of Autumn Leaves. I was expecting something else. I kind of forgot that I played a plant, not a rock. Well, since it's not an aqua, let's just go for this. Still, it's a decent fusion. Queen of Autumn Leaves. But yeah, the level 2 and this is why I don't play Pyros against Mako. And to be honest, the lack of House of Adhesive Tape is kind of not helping me. Let's just go for this. This should be lethal, no? Yeah, it is. I have to stop overthinking. Yeah, that's the conclusion I have to arrive to. Yeah. Steel Shell as a power-up spell, very expensive. Cannot use it yet. Well. Oh yeah, the stage 2 scenario is the Kaiba Land. Why does my... This is a joke. This is a joke. Oh, I drew double Garuzis. Oh, this is bad. I'm gonna risk it. Okay. Yeah, it's the Kaiba Land. Which means... it's the Def T building. So it's a place from before the Duel's Kingdom arc, which is, I suppose, it is an important place. It's where the anime wasn't happening at the time, not the one we all know and love, but it would be the place where the first episode will happen, no? Or was that not how it was adapted? Okay, I still have Stone Ghost, that's fine, that's fine. Soldier. Impressive how a decent chunk of Joy's monsters are hard countered by just by Mako Tsunami's shtick. Oh, didn't draw a water. Very well. Is this lethal? No. But very close. 150. Whatever, even if he swings at... Maybe I shouldn't be that afraid of opposing Aquas, because it seems it's random enough that my Pyros can still be alive after all this. Okay. Turn me into fish bait. I got a Aqua Snake. Wait, isn't this a good one? Oh no, I'm confusing it with something else. Some green-looking sea serpent. This isn't what I want. And it's an Aqua. Aqua type is another type that doesn't seem to have a lot of good fusions. So I'm not sure I want to have it. Even if, I mean, it is a decent generic, but considering my difficulty with fusions at this point, maybe I should get rid of some of my lower-end monsters. Because, like, trying to fuse dancing off is going to be very difficult at this point. I would need some stronger rocks or something. Well, so far it's still going decent. So yeah, let's just go on. Oh, this is amazing. Okay. For example, this rock with Queen's body double or whatever she's called. What's her name properly? Queen's double. Yeah. I mean, this is the safest way, right? Ooh, Komori Dragon. Okay, I see what I can do with this. Okay, I think I know what I can do with this. Let's go with Komori Dragon. And let's hope that he doesn't summon a light monster. But yeah. So... Buku is kind of weak, I can do this. And Laughing Flower isn't so bad. Maybe I should put that Aqua Snake. But then Aqua Snake doesn't fuse into anything. Laughing Flower does. So, plant, right? Okay. If it's plant, I can do this. Do I have any fire? This. And put Garuzis. I'll swing with the Swamp Battle Guard because, once again, I should not attack face downs with monsters of alignments that already weren't in the field, because there's a risk that it might be an alignment that is super effective against my guys. For example, now I can swing freely with Garuzis because if that was an Aqua, he would have attacked me. There you go. And Flame Cerberus, amazing. Melting Rat Shadow is a pretty bad one. I had it in my starter deck, so yeah, I already know I'm not gonna put this. Interesting that they decided to make level 2 just 6 characters. I suppose, considering that level 3 also has 6 characters, it's a better balance than what they did in DM1, which was a big salad of characters for... Oh dear, they have fire. A big salad of characters for a level 2, and then level 3 was just Shimomuran. That was silly. Oh boy, I have fire. He countered my forest monster with a pyro monster. Oh boy. Let's go Neck Hunter. Okay, he stays. So fiends are safe. This with a rock, this with a... The problem is that... Oh, I could have hit it with the Fire Reaper. That's not an Aqua. How weird that the Mako Tsunami would have a fire monster, but there's not a lot of... The decks, the random deck lists don't seem to have as much character cohesion this time around. Actually, I've seen the deck lists, and every single opponent from now on has some nasty surprises. Very unlikely to appear, but they're always lurking. Always lurking. I do not have a dragon for the Time Wizard. Let's just swing. And if I'm lacking damage, I can summon a guy and still attack. Very unusual for a Yu-Gi-Oh game to have the turns function like that, but I guess that's what you could do in Game Boy Color. You only went 5 times because there's no ocean here. Oh, that's great. Twin Long Rods to 850. That's... I don't like it. Oh, I wish I could get some better stuff out of these guys. Let's go then. Let's go for Okuba. Oh boy, am I going through the Def D arc again? Is that what's happening? To be honest, that would be the most relevant thing about this game, I suppose, having Mokuba here. I believe that Duel's Kingdom wasn't quite finished yet. I think I see a solution here. Let's go like this. Make a flower wolf, and then we'll make the Mori dragon. Very weird looking dragon. Well, actually, it's not weird at all, but I guess the shading is quite something. Ooh, ooh. What do I do? What do I do? I do it like this. Well, Stone Dragon. I could play the Dancing Elf on top to get a Mystical Sand, but that's only a 100-point increase. That's barely anything. Ooh, what should I do? But I could do it to get more draws. I'm not sure if that was a necessarily good play, but I don't think it's a necessarily bad play either. I wonder if... what's effective against Shadow again? Is it Dreams or Illusion? It's one of those names. Okay. Let's just swing. Just swing. Yeah. I probably should... if I have Lethal, I probably shouldn't bother with the hand checking. Yeah. Let's go. I do have to say, Swamp Battle Guard's red eyes look a bit weird. I could have sworn from the artwork of the previous game that the black spots underneath were the eyes, but no, the eyes were a bit higher all along. Hinotama's Soul... no, that's not... no, I already have enough of those. Oh yeah, no Seto on level 2. Makes more sense. He's a pretty strong opponent. Ooh. Oh yeah, it's Dreams. I have a Dreams monster. So yeah, it's Dreams. Ooh, I drew super bad this time. Okay, Weather Control. That's a 600, which actually beats my guys. Soundly. Which means I have to go Bean Soldier here. Hi there, Bean Soldier. You came at the most opportune moment. So let's see. Okay. Make him stronger. I could summon this guy, but then he would just swing at me, wouldn't he? And I do not have any fusions with the Miles Radiant. I already did the Flower Wolf. I have no Pyros to make Flame Cerberus. Or Cerberus. I'm just gonna say Cerberus, even though that's technically not the correct name. Ooh. Yeah, this makes Stone Ghost. Okay. Why would I... wait. I thought it was gonna make... I don't know. The Solve Rock. Alright, I haven't played the monster yet, so I can still swing with the monster here. I don't want to lose my Time Wizard, so let's go for the Ancient Pot. I don't want to make just Stone Ghost, but that seems to be the way forward. Yeah. Oh, that was only 300. What a shame. Would have swung with one of my weaker monsters. Alright, this is Mokuba. Mokuba is a bit weaker than your average level 2 opponent, so probably shouldn't be playing as afraid as I did against Mako. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, relying on fusions isn't going to take me very far if I cannot set them up safely. Man-eating plant. 800? Do I have plants in my Yes, I do, because I've been making flower wolves. Maybe I'll replace the... Let's see, ancient pot, dancing, little, fire, mindless, ancient, laughing. Actually, I don't think I have any plants weaker than 900, so the man-eating plant is gonna have to dig into the pools of other fusions if I want to use it. Ooh. Yeah, no, it's not happening. I already have Snake Yashi as well. It's not quite what I want. Oh yeah, and I have Bean Soldier as well, so yeah, not the best. Let's see. I can make Stone Dragon, as long as I don't get hit by a Light Monster. Okay, safe and sound. Oh, better yet. What a draw. Wait, Thousand Dragons are Pyro? Oh, I do not like this. Ooh. Oh, this is bad. This was bad. Oh, how was I supposed to know that was a Pyro? Pyro of my own. Ooh. Let's go. Ancient Jar. It was a tie. Orogashi. It's a dung beetle thing. Oh no, there goes my my pot. They really know how to swing back. Yeah, let's go. I'm just gonna set up Mystical Sand Fusion if the pot survives. What am I trying to say? Well, what I'm really trying to say is that this game has done a pretty good job of slowing down things. I was gonna say that it's a bit more complex because of all the type advantage stuff. And of course there's trap cards and you can play multiple spells. DM1 was perhaps a little bit too much autopilot. This one gives a bit more meaning to the actions one can perform in a duel. Well, relatively. The spell spam possibilities kind of put a damper on that whole idea, but if we're talking about the rest, it's still fine, relatively. A plant that's perhaps not strong enough for me to add. I want better rocks. I want better rocks. Well, it has a flower wolf that I can make. Okay. And I have a good offense set up already. With perhaps a lower chance of finding an Aqua Monster than Mako. There you go, little this guy. Actually, it's not little at all. Okay, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Muka Muka 600 should, yep, be good enough to defeat a blocker. Amazing turn. Let's go. And I guess the system of type advantages means that duelists, at least the opposing duelists, need to have a variety of attributes on their decks, or otherwise it would just be a stomp. Could you imagine if you could just hard counter an opponent just because they only played cards of a single alignment? Man-Eater. Another one that's just a bit needs to be like needs to be at least 1,000 for the plants to join. Although perhaps I should instead reduce some of my other materials. Wait, did I go for Mako? I think I did. So I guess I'll just go back and go for Mokuba, which is only missing an opponent. Let's give it a little bit of thought. I still need my beasts. That's something I'm not gonna relinquish, but then what do I do? Get rid of the rocks means no mystical sand, getting rid of the beasts means no flame Cerberus. The plants technically only go up to either pumpkin or the flower wolf. If I have no rocks, I cannot make stone dragon with my Komori dragon. And of course, no mystical sand either. Nah, I'm gonna keep with the deck I have. It should still be relatively fine. Ooh, I have a good blocker. But I also have rock. I'm gonna risk rock. It paid off. Very well, very well. Now what do I do? I have flower, I have plant, I have spellcasters. Let's go with Tail Crow. Not the best fusion setup. Actually, it's an awful fusion setup because it doesn't do anything, but it has some power on him. Let's see. Fire. Oh boy. That was a very thoughtless play. It was just whoop, automatic autopilot stuff. Also, his Red Eye is in a bit of an awkward spot, but I kind of figured out that was it from the previous game, but now that it's in color, I can finally realize what it's about. Yeah, although I like how the shape of the mouth and the horn is. Not a bad one. Ooh, light monster. I cannot swing at it with my Whiptail Crow. Well, it's a victory anyway, and that's 5 of them on Mokba. Great stuff. And I get Crocodilus. An 1100 reptile. Decent attack for this stage. But rather tough time finding fusions for reptiles. So I'll go to the next opponent, which is going to be Para of the Paradox. Para. I'm just inclined to call him Para, but it's Paradox. Yeah, Para, the Elder Paradox brother and whatever, Guardian of the Labyrinth. I guess in this timeline, instead of going to Duelist Kingdom, the Paradox brothers, I guess, do their Labyrinth show thing in Kaiba Land. Also nice that I can see a Sangha on the background, that's pretty cool. Win 5 times or I won't let you go. Well, since it's only against only one of him, I guess I don't have to deal with the one guard only says truth, the other tells only lies deal. Ooh. Getting the strong stuff right from the get-go, that's cool. Fire Eye. Oh yes, when I said the stuff about the surprise stuff monsters that can show up, I think that for level 2 there's no better example than the Paradox brothers, because they can just summon Gate Guardian out of nowhere. Although not to the odds of DM1 level 2 Kaiba. Because at least Kaiba had a 1% chance of each card being a Blue Eyes. Here it's so much lower. It's 1 if Wikipedia is correct, it's 1 in 2048 odds. I was gonna say, wait, Dragon Zombie isn't a light monster, but no, that wasn't by type advantage, it was by raw stats. Which means it's still gonna be easily defeated. Just as... Whatever, I shouldn't have... Whatever, I had lethal from the get-go. Didn't need all that fun. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. Well, first victory against Para. That's cool. Beast King of the Swamp. That's an Aqua. Decent stats, but lack of fusion. Aqua Earth, though. It's an Earth alignment. Well, this is going to be... I see you're lost. Oh, there you go. There you go. He's doing the thing, like, if you ask one of them, one only tells lies, the other guy only tells truths. Oh. Place a trap. Actually, this is such a bad hand to have a trap like that, because I do not have any fusion capabilities. I'm gonna play this guy and hope for the best. And never mind, the guy is too strong for the House of Adhesive. Anyway, what's the attribute? Thunder. Thunder beats Aqua, which I barely have anything of, so let's just go for power. Well, okay, so what should I play next? Oh, I have yeah, fusions are gonna be difficult. Let's go, Garuzis. Garuzis. I quite like how the Salamandra looks on the artwork of Flame Swordsman. Oh, I have nothing to play, it's center. Plant plus... idea in my head. The gears are spinning. The idea is to make Bean Soldier into Flame Cerberus. All thanks to fusion ladders, although considering the remaining life points, it's irrelevant. Can I fuse on top of a monster that already quote-unquote moved? No, I cannot. If you attack, you are disallowed from being fused. Okay, that's good to know. Muka Muka is a rock that's better... It's a rock that's better than Ancient Jar, than Pot the Trick. Let's put it. Yep. It's around the 500, so let's hurry this up. Still, there's quite a bit of strong monsters that even the Muka Muka will not be able to defend against, so this might be a very tiny micro-optimization, if I'm gonna be honest. But how much... Wait, I have another Muka Muka in the trunk. What? What the trick? Go away. Oh, thankfully, unlike the previous game, this one remembers which page you were when you leave. So it does help reduce time like that. That's pretty good. Good advancements. Sick. This is sick. It's cool I can be non-committal with the battle positions until I end turn. Very well, this is good stuff. And do I have another rock? No, I don't. What a shame. Barrel Imp. This is gonna be a risky attack, but it's fine. No light monsters. So, let's just go and get ahead. Nice. Well, very well. I do have rocks now. This is probably a bad swing, but... Oh, so I still take damage from the stat advantage on a... Of course, why would they remove damage, even if... You know, type effectiveness doesn't deal damage if the effective monster was weaker than the other monster, but yeah, it's a bit weird to attack a monster on defense, take the damage, and lose the monster as well. Again, a bit of an advantage that a computer player has that I don't have. Cheating computers. Haha, that was a forest monster, so even if I didn't have enough stats... Actually, I did not have enough stats. Doesn't Larvas have 1,000 defense? I didn't quite pay attention to the numbers. And, you know, it went so fast, so, yeah. 13th Grave! That's a strong zombie. No, not you. You. I've already dealt with you a lot. There you go. Yep. Fun fact, if I'm not wrong, the characters on Para and Dox's foreheads are literally their names in Japanese, and they're each a half of the word for labyrinth. That's pretty cool. Strong zombie means I get to replace one of my weaker zombies. I think, yeah, I want to keep the Fire Reaper, but what I have in terms of weak zombies is Mech Mole Zombie, right? Mech Mole is gone. 13th. And I already don't know the number. 132 is pretty good. Means I can add it early. Oh yeah, what's my level? I have to check my level after all this. Let's see, I have a... I'll just set the trap even though it's not gonna be necessary. Just... Oh, water element. I could use this better trap, but at least it lets me draw 2 cards. Because, we playing like Rush Duel. So you kinda wanna exhaust... At least in the early turns, you want to exhaust as many cards in the hand as possible. Which unfortunately my fiends don't make it very easy to do, because they don't have good fusions. I could do something like this, Laughing Flower. Exact defense. It's so weird, like, I'm so used to hearing the explosive sound effect that when a defense is exact, just the lack of sound makes it... It kind of screws with me, it's barely noticeable, and I... Did I put the correct card? Alright, Laughing Flower isn't strong enough to make a pumpkin, right. I'm gonna need another plant for this, of which I only have the Snake Yashi. Maybe even Laughing Flower isn't a very good monster. But then I cannot make Flower Wolves, and But do I need Flower Wolves? That's the question, isn't it? I might not actually need them. Well, at least I didn't lose the monster. If I don't need... I technically don't need Flower Wolves, and I don't need pumpkins, so maybe I should get rid of the zombies? And for Flower Wolves, get rid of the plants? Because what else can I do with plants? But then I would need to replace them with materials of other types. Dark King of the Abyss. That's a decently strong fiend. 1200 isn't that bad, but... let me check the records first for the Paris duels. I'm only missing one and my level is at 72, so... The reason I'm checking the level is because the cards have a dual cost, which besides that number on top, the 802 maximum deck capacity, they also affect the duelist level that determines that cards above it cannot be used, so I cannot use cards above level 72. Above cost 72, excuse me. So I have a couple of Darkholds which are 150, so I need to be at level 150 to use them. And I sure would love to put them in my deck. Well, let's go with that. Bro? I'm gonna risk it with a pot trick. But considering the high defenses, yep, correct choice, swing with the Whiptail Crow. and just hope that he doesn't have anything good in his hand. He probably does, so I'm gonna lose the pot. Twin long rods. Let's go, Laughing Flower. Unfortunately, the exact attack meant that I would have lost Laughing Flower if I attacked. Oh well. The face is just... oh boy. So I have Plant. The thing is, the plants I have are decently strong that maybe I could still keep them. Because then I can do this little finger swap fusion ladder and go from a plant to a flame Cerberus. I'll keep the plants, although I might remove some of my monsters for some of the stronger drops I got. Let's go. Whoa, exact defense! Whoa, let's not go with Flame Cerberus. I want maximized damage. Very well, let's just continue along. Hold on a moment. And I'm back. Yeah, this is just... This is... going along decently. Okay, let's go, Aruzis. Finish this off, and it should be all... should be one half done. Studenchuk. Rather weak. So yeah, this has been quite a long session, so I think I'll stop right here and then maybe record right after this the other half of level 2, because if I continue like this it's going to be massive videos and I do not like the length of that. So yeah, I'm probably going to check my deck around, see if there's anything I'm gonna swap in, swap out. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll be seeing you next time. This is Draconis out. Haven't said that one in a while. Bye.